668-7162.
This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner.
Welcome back, everybody. Kaplan and Crew. Just the crew. Alex Padilla, John Browner, Jason Lawhead with you guys today. Jason is out after today. He's heading to the South, where he'll be exploring the entire South. What you said? You said Nashville, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, and South Carolina? Did I do that right?
Nashville to Memphis. Yeah, Nashville to Memphis, Memphis to Birmingham, Birmingham to Atlanta, Atlanta to Savannah, Savannah up to Raleigh, Durham. But yeah, we're going to stop in Charleston in the morning. We leave Savannah, so we're going to see Charleston, South Carolina.
Very nice.
We're going to sit on we're going to go Savannah. My wife wants to see the little bench. That's where they shot Forrest Gump when he sits on the park bench and talks to those people waiting for the bus. So we're going to go to
where he annoys every single person next to him.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So by the time we get to Savannah, I will have annoyed the hell out of her from sitting next to her for so long in a car. But yeah, we're going to go see the Civil Rights Museum in Birmingham. You know, all kinds of cool little things. And
nice.
Nashville. We're going to party in Nashville, go to Graceland in Memphis.
Full on trip. Well, this segment is brought to you by MedCline. Brown, did you get your pillow yet? What's taking so long?
I don't know, man. I think they stitching every itch of that pillow and getting every feather off every bird for me.
I don't think they make 6'7" MedCline pillows. Maybe we gotta.
They might be making one.
We got to email Rick, but we are brought to you by MedCline. Go to kaplanandcrew.com, click that MedCline logo, and you're gonna get 20% off your purchase for any product at MedCline, whether that be the shoulder relief pillow, the acid reflux pillow like I have, the body pillow. It's all going to be 20% off for you guys, the great friends. Go to kaplanandcrew.com, click on the MedCline logo, and you will see your discount pop up for you right there. Gentlemen, I don't know if you guys are keeping up or how much you guys are keeping up with what's happening with Fernando Tatis. I feel like, you know, people are waiting for it, right? We're waiting for the season. You got a massive road trip for the Padres this week. Massive. Because you're playing two of the best teams in the National League, at least preseason poll. World Series odds. You're playing the Braves for 4, maybe. You're playing the Mets for 3, maybe, if the weather holds up. So Tatis's return could get pushed back if there are some delays, if there are cancellations. But Fernando Tatis yesterday did this. I don't know how much you guys are paying attention, but look at this.
They got gypped. The 2-2 is swung on and driven high and deep. That is way gone. Way out to left, and Tatis homers to the clubhouses. Fernando Tatis Jr. with his first home run in a long time.
He also walked twice, struck out once, played 6 innings in right field. Tatis scheduled to be back on the Padres April 20th. So yesterday, Padres Twitter goes absolutely nuts. Everything this guy does, but everyone goes nuts for on Twitter. A local reporter named Darnay Tripp tweeted, Cade McClure will be telling people for years about the time he gave up an absolute nuke to Fernando Tatis Jr. Okay, whatever. Cade McClure enters the chat. Cade McClure tweets, cheater hits a home run on a rehab assignment during a steroid suspension.
You guys got to get some attention somehow.
Cade McClure going after the throat of Fernando Tatis Jr. I mean, Cade McClure, I mean, it's true what he said.
Cade McClure, let me help you. I respect what you did, bro, because you got unloaded on, so you figured you get your 2 cent in, you throw your little side punch on the way out. This is your most relevant moment in your professional career. I suggest that you make the most out of it. I suggest that you go down fighting. I suggest you pick up Twitter right now and at every person who commented at you, comment back at them. Because I would have never heard of you if this wasn't the situation. I would have known who you were on Twitter. I would have known you as a minor league player. So if I were you, brother, I would reply to every single tweet that I have been bombed on. I don't care if it's 300 or 300,000. I'm coming for y'all. I'm going to get some breakfast. I'm going to Burger King. I'm going to get me a quick sandwich. I'm going to sit there and I'm going to tweet at all y'all. I'm going in your back history. I'm looking at your parents. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at your girlfriend. I'm attacking everybody. Because this is all you got, bro. This is all you got. So I applaud you. You fight the crowd. You are fighting the wave, man. Do you, bro.
He tweeted this morning, man, welcome to some juiced up Padres fans.
Yep, there you go. Yeah, that's my
this
boy.
Guy, I think by day 2 he hired a writer.
Oh man, dude.
He's like, I'm gonna need staff for this.
Yeah, there's some bots in there.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, this is gonna be the story of opposing fan bases. This is gonna be the story of Fernando Tatis all year long. Just wait till he goes to LA for a series. Wait till he goes to San Francisco for a series. Wait till he goes to New York for a series. This is the way that it's gonna.
But what's funny about this is,
I believe the Padres play the Yankees in Yankee Stadium this year.
It's gonna be loud.
Going to be very loud. There's going to be a lot of Yankee fans chirping way more than Cade McClure.
Yeah. And that's just Twitter. That's what stinks really with Twitter. Everything that isn't a story can be a story. Like this would never be a story. Like nobody would ever care. It wasn't even that bad of a home run. They were like, that thing's way gone. It's like it kind of just carried right over the fence.
An explosion.
Right.
I mean, it wasn't like, it's like a minor league rehab. Yeah, he was suspended for something. It wasn't the most egregious cheating offense we've even come close to seeing in the last.
It's an A-bomb from A-Rod.
Yeah,
I mean, at the end of the day, he did get suspended for steroids. He did get suspended 80 games.
A lot of games.
Yeah, whether you believe it or not, that is a very criminal offense in Major League Baseball.
No doubt, but that offense has gotten harsher punishment over the years.
Right, that's where I was going.
It was looked the other way. A lot of worse stuff was looked the other way. This is now guys paying for past sins, and there's no doubt he did what he did, and he deserved to be suspended. But let's not put this in some, Ryan Braun or
who got an MVP out of it.
Yeah, I mean, Barry Bonds.
This guy.
Whoa! I'm just saying, Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds he's in the paperwork. I mean, you could say he's a great hitter without it. I agree. You could say he's one of the greatest hitters ever with or without it. I agree. But Balco, the paperwork, the file, they don't lie. I mean,
bro, listen,
I'm just saying.
Listen, Barry Bonds, the greatest baseball player of all time. Ain't never done no steroids. Stop it.
Oh, come on.
Okay. Stop it.
The guy's head. He's injecting it into his skull.
Heads grow. Heads grow when you get older. Heads grow.
Funny how thin he is, but his head is still massive.
Heads grow, man. Listen, I don't know what to tell y'all. When you're a supreme athlete, sometimes your head grows.
You don't go from a peanut to an oak tree.
When you hit home, listen. If you put an acorn in the ground, it grows into a tree. Is it still an acorn? No, his head got bigger. Human evolution. What's the problem? Don't do that to Uncle Barry. Don't do that to Uncle Barry.
I didn't know there was already a player that was suspended permanently from baseball. Jenry Mejia suspended permanently from baseball February 12th, 2016. You got suspended.
How many times did he get popped?
3 times. That's the rule. You go 80.
One short of Cano.
You go 80. Full season.
Life gone. Yeah.
But by the way, Robinson Cano got popped twice, by the way.
No, yeah.
His second one was a full season.
No one talks about this. This guy made over $200 million playing baseball.
That's what I mean.
We talked about it last year.
Cano got off lighter than what Tatis is getting for, I'm just saying, like, without Twitter, this thing isn't even a story anymore.
But it will be a story.
I mean, it will be when he comes back. You're right. Like Yankee Stadium, they'll boo him.
It'll be a story.
But those are real stories.
And
not
just wait,
tweeting that is never going to get to the majors.
Just wait until it's not a guy named Cade McClure and it's a guy named,
Garrett Cole,
Pete Alonso. You know what I'm just saying? Like it's that's going to happen where a big all-star type caliber player will say something about Tatis being on steroids.
Listen, man.
But he's earned that. He's earned that ability to kind of, bad word talk.
This is a minor league
himself.
This was a minor league warm-up to major league insults we're going to face. That's all this was. If you're a Padre fan, consider this a minor league rehab stint of insult practice. Because he's gonna get railroaded. The day he takes the field, if it's in Arizona, it's going to be a litany of tweets, comments. It's going to be frontline news. It's going to be the head of Sports Center, and guys are going to be down. This is a good preparation for it. It just so happens that the guy who he hit the home run off of is the guy bitching about steroids. So just let's be patient. because there's more to come.
Oh, there's
We're
plenty
just
more to
getting
come.
started.
And I actually like what you just said. This is a warm up, not just for him playing baseball, but for what's to come.
Yeah.
And you're so right. You're so right.
It's like a double rehab assignment.
They're in Sacramento. Is there a lot of venom for Fernando Tatis in Sacramento, California?
No. This is light work.
Yeah, but hey, tonight, Joe Musgrove takes the mound. So you got Musgrove and Tatis. This might be the most highly attended baseball game in Sacramento
ever. A hot ticket.
Even though Tatis has a scheduled day off. But people may not know that. So tonight in Sacramento may be the most attended. I can tell you what, there'll be more people in Sacramento than will be in Oakland.
Facts.
Probably true. I saw a stat that on Friday, I believe it was Friday, the A's played a game, and 13 AAA teams had more people in attendance than the Oakland A's did on Friday.
Just go to Vegas.
Say that again.
So the Oakland A's had a home game
this early in the season,
the same day.
Where hope is still alive.
On Friday, I believe it was Friday. Could be Sunday. Either doesn't matter.
Right.
On the same day the A's played a home game, they were outnumbered for attendance by 13 AAA teams.
What? That's something else.
Yeah. Dude, you could be performing at where home plate is going to be. For the Oakland. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, that could be home plate is where the Laugh Factory is at the Tropicana.
No, I know. That's the rumor right now.
That's the rumor. You know, it could be like the Mall of America where they had the old Minnesota. They had the home plate right in the middle of Mall of America. This is where it used to be.
Hey, man, this game had 4,000 people at it. This is like, so on ESPN, you know how they do the attendance where they have like the people and they basically fill in the people. This has got a person and an arm. Like,
so you're talking about how many people were at the A's game or how many people were at the Sacramento game?
At the A's game. game.
Yeah.
So they probably beat that last night in Sacramento.
That's 4,000 announced.
Correct.
And we all know how that works.
Which is 2,000 in attendance.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
The Oakland Anonymouses. That's what they should do. That's what they should change their name to.
Their mascot is the Witness Protection.
Yeah.
So tonight, I think
it's a silhouette.
I think more people might be paying attention if the Padres don't play because of the weather in Atlanta to the Chihuahuas, because you got Joe Musgrove on the mound doing his first rehab from the broken toe. And so, dude, El Paso, shout out to you guys.
Sell those tickets, man. Get that merch out while y'all can.
They're still in Sacramento tonight. I don't know how the minor league schedule works, but they're in Sacramento for 6 games in a row.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Okay, to cut down on travel.
Cheaper travel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but
I think like even the lower level leagues that generate less money, sometimes they'll play like 9 in a row in a town.
Yeah,
like single, double A. Yeah,
I mean, it's good to see Tatis. The only thing I care about is, dude, just stay healthy. Just stay healthy. Don't get hurt down there. Do your thing, because yesterday Bob Melvin said, as soon as he's up here, he's going in. There's no restrictions. There's no inning limitations. There's no whatever you want to call it. Tatis, when he's back, he's back. He will be in right field. He will be playing every day, whether it be in right field or DH or whatever. So don't get hurt. Take the booze, soak it in as much as you can, because that's just a little tiny microcosm of what's about to come to you. It might even happen in Arizona on 420. Like, maybe Diamondback fans hate Tatis. I mean, they're a division rival. So
the booze should energize you. And when you arrive at Petco Park, the enormous amount, the hero's welcome is going to receive, which is funny because when it happened, because unfortunately, let's go back for a second. When it happened, the people who had the Tatis jerseys, who put the tape over the name or the X on the jersey, what'd you do with that jersey?
They just took the tape off.
If I see you in Petco and you've got some duct tape marks on your jersey, I know you one of them. I know you one of them.
See, like, one of what though? Like, are we all of a sudden like, okay, dude took steroids.
Yeah.
Let's love him again.
Hurt the fan base.
Yeah. Like, I don't think that everybody should just be like, okay, he's back. You know, I still think he hasn't done I still think he has not done a single thing for the San Diego Padres in over a year. And by the time he comes, it'll be 16 to 17 months, 18 months since we saw him put on a Padres uniform.
He might be right on time though when he does, right?
Yeah.
Like this could be the concoction that this team needs and he needs right on time, coming off the heels of what they did last year, everything that they were able to accomplish in the offseason with contracts, all the expectations. I mean, he might be right on time as long as he hits.
It's all that matters.
Like, I'm not one of the people that like are hating on the kid anymore. I also am not one of the people that like am right back to, I love the kid. Everything he does is amazing. I think that there's a lot of people out there, and I don't blame them, that are still upset at him, man. How can you not be? Like, how can is it 100% that everyone's just going to welcome him with open arms and be like, we love you, we love you? No, it's like it was all self-inflicted, all of it.
Yes.
All of it. And if you're still upset at him, because he would have been such a valuable piece to that team last year when they couldn't get enough hits against the Phillies, then I'm cool with you being upset. So if you still go to a Padres jersey and you still have duct tape over his name on your jersey, I don't care. I don't think that's a problem.
I don't think anything could have stopped that buzzsaw that Philadelphia was last year. I don't think anything could have gotten in the way of him being in uniform or not. I just think that if you're going to be one of those people who did that, stand strong. Stand strong. Show up at the park with the tape still on there.
And I know plenty of people. Runway. I know a lot of people that were pissed and that are no longer pissed. That's fine too.
Because you get over it. I think most fans who are upset about the situation have gotten over it, because at this point we're focused on moving forward and success now that he is available. Like, you're not bad because he's not available. But
he still has to make you get over it, though,
yeah,
right?
Yes.
Like, his performance has to make it, because a guy like Bogarts comes in and is going to tear the cover off the ball. Well, guess what? You better pull your weight and then some. When you get back in this lineup. Well, Soto's going to get on base. He'll eventually find his way. Yeah, maybe he may disappoint in the batting average statistics or whatever, but at the end of the day, when you look down the end of the year, you'll see Soto, and he'll be hovering around 420 on base percentage, no matter what he's hitting, and there'll be RBIs in there, and there's going to be home runs in there. And so Tatis has got to be the table setter. He's got to really fulfill the expectations so everybody does forgive and forget.
Yeah,
I mean, that's the plan. That's the plan. I think it's for everyone to kind of get it out of your system, be upset with him while he's not here, and when he gets here, be prepared to move forward and win baseball games, because that's what they're doing. They're not sitting around worried about the past. Right. They're worried about the future, because look at the opportunity that is presented in front of this team. That dugout, I think this may be one of the rare opportunities that a organization has gathered this much talent that had never done it before. The Lakers do this all the time. The Yankees have a history of doing this. The Cowboys try to do this, but football doesn't allow you to. Like, in every sport, basketball, 4 teams do it a year. You accumulate all this talent, but rarely do the Timberwolves do it. You accumulate all this talent, rarely do the Nets do it. Look what happened. So they're
like the Suns. Right. They're like the Suns all of a sudden.
Right. So sometimes this doesn't work out. This looks like this looks like the Suns. This looks like this is going to work. And so therefore, as a fan base, be prepared to be happy. Accept the happiness. Don't look for the clouds. Don't look in the forecast for when it's going to rain. Enjoy the sun when you're standing in it.
I don't think anyone's going to be upset that he's going to be hitting leadoff and playing right field when he comes back. So don't get me wrong on that. But to all of a sudden like worship the ground that he walks on and do this tweet about how this reporter from NBC said, oh, this guy's going to tell his kids about giving up a nuke to Tatis. It's like, not everybody feels that way. You know, not everybody looks at it that way. And that's
kind of a dumb statement. I don't think he will, actually.
No. It's like, I pitched against Tatis when he was on a steroid suspension because he cheated. That's probably more likely.
In AAA.
And when he was 100% off the steroids, he still hit a home run off me, kid. So you should probably do something else.
That's if this dude, I already forgot his Chad McClure. Is that his name?
Chad.
You didn't even get his first name right.
Cade McClure. Maybe he'll make it to the Giants this year. Maybe they'll get to face off. Maybe they'll get to face off at Petco or at Oracle. Maybe we'll see them together again.
Don't be
Chad or Cade. It's all the same name. It's like Duncan, Chad.
Don't be a frat boy.
Yeah.
Don't be a Chad.
Don't be a Chad. When we come back, the Aztecs have decided what they're doing. Will they or won't they? Will they parade it? Won't they parade it? Well, they announced it last night. We got the press release. We know exactly what they're doing. We'll give you all the details when we come back about what the Aztecs are planning on doing to celebrate their team that made it to the national championship. And I'm kind of on board with it. We are brought to you by MedCline. MedCline, go to kaplanandcrew.com. Click on that MedCline logo, and you're going to get 20% off your purchase at MedCline for any of their products, whether it be the shoulder relief system pillow, the acid reflux pillow, the body pillow, a combination of things. You're going to get 20% off your entire purchase. So go to medcline.com/greatfriends. So much easier. Just go to kaplanandcrew.com. Click on the MedCline logo to get 20% off. Go check them out. I have one. Scott has one. Browner's going to get one. Jason's going to get one. We're all going to get one.
I got to get one.
And we're all going to. My shoulders don't hurt. I'm not waking up gagging with acid reflux anymore. It's fantastic. kaplanandcrew.com. Click that MedCline logo. When we come back, we'll tell you exactly what the Aztecs are planning on doing this weekend to celebrate their national championship runner-up when we come back.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and YurView, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Dominating the SoCal radio airwaves for over 20 years. Join Scott Kaplan, Alex Padilla, and John Browner for Kaplan and Crew every Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 p.m. Only on the mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and the mightier1090.com.
An ADU is accessory dwelling unit, and it's become one of the most popular solutions to housing in the United States. We constructed this to provide housing for my mother, who is elderly.
Well, I wanted to downsize. At my age, that's what I wanted to do. Eric engaged the services of Murray Lambert, a top building company.
This is an 825 square foot structure, but it actually looks more like 1,000 because of the spatial considerations. Micah was great. He took the ball and ran with it and came up with this really great combination.
It always appealed to me, high ceilings. It gives a sense of space, of openness, and I like that. Oh, I would give this experience a 10 for sure. Plus, 10 plus.
This is the Rugby Odds, where an unlikely pundit panel of a wordsmith, a WWE legend, a rugby star, and a supermodel scour the globe, seeking best bets and bad behavior. Are you not entertained?
Since 1975, San Diegans have trusted the Murray Lambert family for their home remodeling projects. We continue our commitment to deliver high-quality home remodeling and construction to our customers without an expensive showroom.
When you're adding companion units or ADUs to bring value to your home, our team has the experience to handle everything. Plus, our strong relationships with the city makes adding on easier for homeowners.
Visit murraylambert.com for your consultation.
The #1 disease in the world, according to World Health Organization, is dental disease. For 25 years, we've had one of the most leading group dental practices in the country. Imagine you're a parent, you're a mom or a dad, and you have a 2-year-old that doesn't get any cavities, and you have a 12-year-old that has a soda habit and gets a ton of cavities. Well, how do you determine what oral care products to get? It's really mind-boggling that currently there does not exist an oral care product company that specializes for kids. So we thought this is a great opportunity to get into that space and revolutionize oral care for kids. We have every single product that every parent needs for every person in that family. It's very comprehensive. The next thing is we customize your oral care products. Someone who has a lot of gum disease probably requires different sets of oral care products that someone has a very, very healthy mouth. And it's also conveniently shipped to your home every 3 to 6 months. Make sure you go to supermouth.com and check out all the educational content. And of course, check out our profile builder to get the right products for every family member.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and YurView, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Listen to The Mike Greenberg Show, 7 to 9 a.m. Pacific, Monday through Friday. Greeny brings his unmatched depth of sports knowledge, fun, and entertainment back to ESPN on a daily basis. The Mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk, and themightier1090.com. We'll be right back with more of Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew Show on the Mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
After an accident, you could be faced with a maze of confusion. There are medical bills, lost time at work, not to mention taking on the big insurance companies alone. But with the Barnes firm on your side, they can help you get compensated for your troubles. And they'll help you get the best result possible. Call the Barnes firm now at 1-800-8-MILLION for a free consultation.
The #1 disease in the world, according to World Health Organization, is dental disease. For 25 years, we've had one of the most leading group dental practices in the country. Imagine you're a parent, you're a mom or a dad, and you have a 2-year-old that doesn't get any cavities, and you have a 12-year-old that has a soda habit and gets a ton of cavities. Well, how do you determine what oral care products to get? It's really mind-boggling that currently there does not exist an oral care product company that specializes for kids. So we thought this is a great opportunity to get into that space and revolutionize oral care for kids. We have every single product that every parent needs for every person in that family. It's very comprehensive. The next thing is we customize your oral care products. Someone who has a lot of gum disease probably requires different sets of oral care products that someone has a very, very healthy mouth. And it's also conveniently shipped to your home every 3 to 6 months. Make sure you go to supermouth.com and check out all the educational content. And of course, check out our profile builder to get the right products for every family member.
We're adopting dogs from local shelters, training them for post-9/11 combat veterans, and we're able to donate these trained dogs to deserving veterans in need. Service dogs can range anywhere from $15,000 to $35,000, $40,000. And for someone getting out of the military that's seeking support and help, having that sort of price tag is daunting. So we really wanted to be able to support the veterans to make sure that they're getting a dog that they need in their life at no charge.
You know, I was in a very dark place. I was having suicidal thoughts, and I really needed an immediate help. We don't know if tomorrow is going to be there for us. So I found Shelter the Soldier online, and I reached out, and somebody contacted me within 24 hours. And in the next couple of weeks, I was already in the program meeting dogs.
YurView Community Spotlight is brought to you by Bill Howe Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Flood.
An ADU is an accessory dwelling unit, and it's become one of the most popular solutions to housing in the United States. We constructed this to provide housing for my mother, who is elderly.
Well, I wanted to downsize. At my age, that's what I wanted to do. Eric engaged the services of Murray Lambert, a top building company.
This is an 825 square foot structure, but it actually looks more like 1,000 because of the spatial considerations. Micah was great. He took the ball and ran with it and came up with this really great combination.
It always appealed to me, high ceilings. It gives a sense of space, of openness, and I like that. Oh, I would give this experience a 10 for sure. Plus, 10 plus.
For many consumers, sleeping at night should be an easy experience. For many, it's not. There are a number of reasons for that. Most notably, those that suffer from acid reflux or heartburn. There are also many individuals dealing with various pains or ailments. MedCline is a sleep solution company with our goal to allow people to have a healthy and peaceful night's sleep. And we do that with our therapeutic side sleeping systems. Our patented, clinically studied MedCline relief systems are designed to place an adult in an elevated side sleeping position, which can help them reduce the symptoms or issues they're dealing with. MedCline systems are registered with the FDA, and as a medical product, MedCline systems are qualified for use with FSA and HSA funds. For anyone looking for more information, you can visit medcline.com/sleepbetter.
I was injured in a car crash. I had no idea how much my case was worth. I called the Barnes firm.
When a truck hit my son, I had so many questions about his case. I called the Barnes firm. It was the best call I could have made.
Your case is often worth more than insurance offers. Call the Barnes firm to find out what your case could be worth. We will help you get the best result possible.
The Barnes firm. Injury attorneys. Call 1-800-8-million.
The San Diego Children's Discovery Museum is a children's museum that serves San Diego County. Our area of focus is children between the ages of 0 to 10, but primarily 0 to about the ages of 7. We teach children in an informal, experience-based environment, specifically foundational fluencies, social-emotional learning, and purposeful play.
We started PNC Grow Up Great in 2004. It is now a $500 million bilingual early education program, all focused on reaching young children from birth to age 5, with a particular emphasis on reaching low and moderate income children to help prepare them for school and life.
And we've been looking for partners, and that's how we got to the San Diego Children's Museum. They specifically have a new mobile unit where they bring STEM-related educational services to kids that can't make it to the museum.
We both believe in bringing innovative platforms of learning to children all over the county.
I think I'm going to build a castle.
An ADU is an accessory dwelling unit, and it's become one of the most popular solutions to housing in the United States. We constructed this to provide housing for my mother, who is elderly.
Well, I wanted to downsize. At my age, that's what I wanted to do. Eric engaged the services of Murray Lambert, a top building company.
This is an 825 square foot structure, but it actually looks more like 1,000 because of the spatial considerations. Micah was great. He took the ball and ran with it and came up with this really great combination.
It always appealed to me, high ceilings. It gives a sense of space, of openness, and I like that. Oh, I would give this experience a 10 for sure. Plus, 10 plus.
Learn about the many health benefits of MedCline pillows, from easing shoulder pain, reflux relief, and just getting a great night of sleep. Watch Your Health only on YurView, Sundays at 4:30 p.m. Brought to you by MedCline. Sleep better, feel better, live better.
The #1 disease in the world, according to World Health Organization, is dental disease. For 25 years, we've had one of the most leading group dental practices in the country. Imagine you're a parent, you're a mom or a dad, and you have a 2-year-old that doesn't get any cavities, and you have a 12-year-old that has a soda habit and gets a ton of cavities. Well, how do you determine what oral care products to get? It's really mind-boggling that currently there does not exist an oral care product company that specializes for kids. So we thought this is a great opportunity to get into that space and revolutionize oral care for kids. We have every single product that every parent needs for every person in that family. It's very comprehensive. The next thing is we customize your oral care products. Someone who has a lot of gum disease probably requires different sets of oral care products that someone has a very, very healthy mouth. And it's also conveniently shipped to your home every 3 to 6 months. Make sure you go to supermouth.com and check out all the educational content, and of course check out our profile builder to get the right products for every family member.
From New York City comes America's longest running and most popular rugby show. The biggest names in Major League Rugby, MLR highlights, and big match previews. Rugby Wrap-Up presents MLR Weekly, made in New York City.
Welcome back. This is Scott Kaplan and Crew Tonight. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio. SoCal Sports Talk. Here's Scott Kaplan, John Browner, and Alex Padilla.
Welcome back, everybody. Kaplan and Crew. Myself, Alex Padilla, Jason Law, John Browner with you guys today. Jason out tomorrow, but me and Browner may be here tomorrow. I don't know yet.
Sounds like we're not.
know.
You guys going to take a little 3-day weekend.
I don't know. Well, it would be a 2-day weekend.
I don't know.
Well, it would be a 2-day work week for me. I don't really know what we can do the show, Brown. I think.
Whenever that's a question of, that always turns into a no. It always turns into a best of.
But I'm not going anywhere, so maybe we'll just do it. Maybe
Never stopped you before.
No, it has. I'm committed to this. But if I have a day off, I have a day off. I have no guilt
There you
about
go.
that. I got
There you
no
go.
guilt about that. I'll never be guilted into taking a day off or not taking a day off. Sorry. Not sorry. This segment brought to you by Penske San Diego. Go to PenskeSanDiego.com. So many dealerships, so many automobiles available for you. And it tells you every single one they have listed at every dealership they have around San Diego County. I bought mine in Escondido, Acura of Escondido. Went on the website. I was like, ooh, I like that one. Ooh, I like that one. Got the link, sent it to the GM. Hey, I like these two. Cool. Didn't know when I pulled up to Acura of Escondido, they'd have both pulled up in the front, ready for me to check them out. Didn't have to walk around the lot. But if you want to, you could do that too. That's no problem. Just very convenient the way I did it. Go to PenskeSanDiego.com. Check out their entire inventory of cars that they have on lot or coming to the lot as we speak. Penske San Diego. PenskeSanDiego.com. Yesterday, we had this conversation about should the Aztecs throw this parade that was reported on Sunday on Monday, that they were going to have a parade in downtown that was going to end at Petco, which made no sense to me. Not just that it was a parade for a team that didn't win the national championship, but a parade in downtown that would end at Petco. Why not a parade at San Diego State that would end at Viejas Arena? Well, the Aztecs have made up their mind, fellas. Did you guys catch a whiff of what they're doing?
Yes, I saw a small piece of it, but I don't really understand how that's going to work, and we'll get into
It
that.
sounds like a pep rally. It's called Celebrate. Well, I don't think it's called anything, but it's celebrating the Aztecs Saturday at Snapdragon Stadium. The gates open at 6 o'clock. The team arrives at 6:30. The program festivities begin at 7:30. What do they have planned for these program festivities? Well, they'll feature speeches from members of the Aztecs basketball team, including head coach Brian Dutcher, student athletes, along with dignitaries from San Diego State and the city of San Diego. Admission and parking are completely free, although you got to go claim your tickets at goaztecs.com. So if you want to go to this thing, get tickets at goaztecs.com. But they are completely free. Snapdragon will have concessions open. Parking lot opens at 4:30. It sounds like a pep rally. This is exactly what we talked about yesterday. Like, they didn't do it at Viejas. They might be expecting a larger crowd than 12,414 maybe. Or maybe Viejas is still under construction from the zombie apocalypse that they had to deal with for the national championship. But this is exactly what I was talking about. There's no parade. There's no bus route. There's no nothing. It's, hey, we're acknowledging this magical run that this team had to go to the Final Four. And I say magical because legit. Look at the way they beat Creighton. Look at the way they beat Alabama. Look at the way they beat FAU. This is magic, man. This is just a destiny run to the national championship. Let's throw a rally. Let's let these dudes talk to their fans. Let's let the people from the city hall. Let's let everybody talk. Throw on a mic. It'll be boring, but it'll be cool. Go check them out.
Listen, man, wherever you put this thing, there's 3 things you need. Okay? A bomb-ass hype video.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, make the best hype video San Diego State has ever produced. Behind the scenes talk, Dutch firing guys up after the win. Like, cut the best hype video you possibly can. 1. 2, make sure there's video and sound everyone can see, and make it easy to get in and easy to get out of.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, my first one would be make it free, which they did.
Oh, I didn't think that required saying.
Yeah. So, well, anytime you do anything at a stadium, you never know. They might try and throw a little service fee at you.
$2 chuck in there?
Yeah. So it's free. It's completely open to the public. This isn't exclusive to X amount of people. Go get a ticket at goaztecs.com.
Yeah, I'm sure they got a nice fat check for making the NCAA Final Four. I'm sure there's incentives there for the universities where they can use some of that money to pay the security and the guys and all the people that it takes to get your cars in and get you out, and obviously the concession stands. That's a nice little gesture. I like it. I hope they do something bigger at the start of next season. I would love to see them bring the team back. I know some guys might go overseas to play, but maybe like do a Midnight Madness first night of practice, drop the banners, make a hype video, bring some people in to watch something to that event, and really get the season started next year cooking off of that vibe a little bit. But this is cool.
Yeah, I think opening night,
I wouldn't go to this, but I would go to what I just mentioned, maybe at Viejas before
I think
season
opening
starts.
night at Viejas Arena next year, you do a senior group where you get them all back in there and do like just acknowledge them in front of the people that are Aztec fans. Which, by the way, you just got thousands more of Aztec fans.
Oh yeah,
Oh, you got a bunch of bandwagoners going to be fans next year.
I remember when Kawhi Leonard and that group of kids were at the program, how impossible it was to get a student section ticket. You'd have to camp out overnight. You'd have to wait in line for hours. My senior year, we played Arizona, and I think it was still Brandon Heath was still the main guy. I'm trying to remember who the main. It was like your boy Richie Williams was there. It was 2009, bro. I don't know if you remember exactly the roster. I'm drawing blanks on it, specifically that year. But we played Arizona, what was it, December, something like that, November, December.
Right, it had been early.
And the program hadn't really kicked up yet. It hadn't really done it. There was no Sweet 16 yet. But it was coming up. You could tell we were coming up. Dude, me and my buddy rolled up 5 minutes before the game, got a student ticket, went down to like the 10th row of the student section and watched the game. That's how easy it was to get a ticket when I was a student at San Diego State. And I would go to a bunch because I was like, you're going to give me a free ticket to go watch a basketball game. I live across the street. Let's go.
Right, I'm in.
But we were playing Arizona, and it was still that easy to get a ticket. So when you have that heyday that you did during the Kawhi Leonard years where people were camping out, and then now, because the program grew so much, they needed more season tickets, so they closed the student section even more. What is that student section going to look like next year? It has to go back to the old school, the show days. I know the show's still around, and I know, but like the original, the show, how it used to be, just insane. When Jimmer Fredette would go there, and everybody was dressed like Mormons, whatever you think of that, it would be hilarious. I think that next year, it's going to be a lot of that. It's going to be a lot of that next year.
The question is, can you still do some of that? Like, can you imagine dressing up like a Mormon now? How that would roll over with people?
It would definitely come under scrutiny from social media, at least.
100,
at the very least.
100%.
Katie McClure might tweet about how that's not okay anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
Or one of the players' mommies or daddies would just
mommies or daddies.
Look what they were doing to my boy. It's like, your boy's a man.
Mommies or daddies. That is hilarious. Did you guys see this, by the way? The Aztecs losing to UConn averaged 14.69 million viewers on CBS, which was the least watched national title game on record.
Not shocked.
Yeah, not shocked. This is also the lowest CBS ever aired. Before Monday night, UConn's win over Gonzaga or over Georgia Tech averaged 17.09 million viewers. That was the least watched because they alternate TBS, CBS, TBS, CBS, TBS,
right.
CBS. So this is the lowest watched CBS, but lowest ever on record. The previous low was 15.9 million in 2018 when Villanova beat Michigan. But yeah, I don't care.
I mean, again, who saw the FAU San Diego State game? Like, what was that number?
That number was up from last year.
Really?
Yeah, the number was up from last year. I don't remember. I think it was up 8% from last year.
Well, the East Coast, look, Connecticut's not a big school. I talked to my dad, loves basketball, right? My family, it sucks if you're on the East Coast and the game tips at 9:20.
Well,
I mean, on a Monday night,
Dude,
it sucks at 9:20.
It sucked that it started at 8:20, and I was there.
I know, but it's just like so many people, and then they go, well, I don't have any really stake in this. UConn doesn't have this huge enrollment that supplies a massive alumni base.
They needed a San Diego State.
Of course.
I don't understand how the women's national title game is at Sunday it was 2:00 Central. That's
perfect.
Beautiful. That's perfect.
They're talking about double dipping now. Now, the men's directors don't want any part of it. But look at the numbers. Why wouldn't you just follow up? Don't have to be at the same site. That's what they think. Oh, well, we got to do it at the same site. Mm-hmm. No, just have it on after the women's game.
Yeah, I don't understand why. I mean, on a Monday night, is the West Coast really like that flimsy that you have to start it at 6:20, even for the West Coast? I've never understood the Monday night thing. Like the NBA didn't schedule any games on Monday. Would they do this? Would they do the same for Sunday? Like if people are are you really losing viewers to Reds, Mets? I don't know. Like, are you really losing viewers to White Sox, Royals? Right. So there's no football.
There's no reason to
college
move it.
Basketball,
They're not going to move it.
Yeah, I know, but Monday night just at
it's rough.
9:30 on the
for
East Coast
for like people like my dad and mom who would love to watch. My dad can't. He's asleep in a chair by halftime.
The game.
Dude, I was in bed last night by 9:45.
They shouldn't break. That's not new for you. They shouldn't break the cycle. The game should be Friday, Sunday, because that's the way it is. The round before and a round before that, this should be Friday, Sunday. The fact that they go Saturday, Monday, it's not like these guys have a travel day. It's not like it's a scheduling conflict. You play the game you play the Final Four on Friday. You play the championship on Sunday. Everybody wins.
None of these kids are coming home after winning the Elite Eight, going to class on Monday, and then leaving Tuesday.
That's not how it.
And they all fly charter. No one's flying commercial anymore. Correct. It's all chart, especially if you make it to the Final Four. It's all chartered.
Frankly, you could play 2 days in a row after that week break, and you could play two early sessions on Saturday. Have the first game start at 2:30 or 3 o'clock East Coast time. The kids get a good night's sleep, and then you have a Sunday evening game at 4:30 tip West Coast time. They're fine.
If you started this game on,
you
Sunday
make them play 4 games in a row if you're in the Big East tournament.
Exactly.
If you started this game at 4 o'clock on the West Coast, no one would be upset with you. No one.
Because if you really want to watch the game, you'll find a way.
Correct.
Right. And the West Coast is used to these kind of like, we got to watch it a little earlier than so the East Coast can fit, So it's like, it's already, what's 6 o'clock on the East Coast or on the West Coast when normal games on the East Coast start at 7:30 when they're not worried about the West Coast. It's just not.
I still trip out too. Like, so this is a similar but different conversation. So, like pay-per-view fights, Canelo don't get in the ring till 9 p.m. Pacific. Like that's crazy. I don't know why promoters do that. Like, dude, 9 p.m. Pacific, it's midnight on the East Coast, and you want people to pay $80 to watch this? You don't think it would help? Same
with playoff baseball, and then
when Tyson Fury fights in London, and that junt is at 2 p.m. That's great, man. That thing is dope.
Little midday drinking. By the time the fight's over, it's nighttime. It's time to do something else.
To go out. Yeah, let's go out, man. Yeah, man, dude, that's crazy to me. And honestly, I don't ever really pay attention to it because I am on the West Coast. But being in it, like I was sitting around all day. My buddy's like, "Let's go." I'm like, "Go where? It's 2 o'clock. There's 6.5 hours till tip. Where do you want to go?" He's like, "I don't know. Let's just go." And I'm like, "Okay, but dude, I'm sitting around till 8:30 for this game to tip off." I got back to the hotel like 11:30. It's crazy. Anyways, San Diego State Saturday rally. I'm calling it a rally. I don't know what else to call it. I'm calling it a rally. It starts at 7:30 at night, West Coast time, at Snapdragon Stadium. It's all free. You can go to goaztecs.com to get your tickets, claim them, get them, go support them, show them the love that they really do deserve. To be honest, they really do deserve that love. I saw the video of them coming back from Texas, and like half the team was wearing cowboy hats.
Yeah, I saw that.
Dude, I wanted one so bad. I thought it was such a missed opportunity by the Final Four. They were selling bucket hats at all these merch shops. I was like,
Bradley looked great in one.
Like, dude,
did you see Bradley? He looked like a Black Marlboro man. He looked awesome in that hat.
Dude, how do you not sell Final Four cowboy hats? How do you not sell Final Four cowboy hats?
It sounds like a layup to me.
Dude, I was searching for them. I was like, they have to be here. There's no way they're not here. Dude, not a
Final Four's in SoFi next year, right?
I believe so.
I think so, yeah.
I believe so. Is it big enough?
I mean, you think?
Yeah, no, I know. No, but the conversation about SoFi is they can't host the World Cup final in 2026 because it's not big enough to fit a soccer field. And it was not wide enough. And if you if they remove seats to make it wide enough, then they're gonna dip below like 70,000, and the minimum for World Cup final by FIFA is 80,000. So SoFi, I don't know how you don't think about these things.
Will it be at the Rose Bowl then? Because they played the
Nah,
Rose Bowl that back in
it'll probably be
'94.
in-
There was
Probably be like in Jerry's World or something like that.
Glendale or something. Yeah.
Maybe New York. I don't know, somewhere like that. You don't have to have it domed off. It's soccer. If
Right,
it
that's
rains, it
'cause
rains. Yeah, if it rains, it
old-
rains.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
yeah. I
Just
don't
can't
know.
play in lightning, right? They won't play in lightning. That's the only.
That's about
thing?
it. Yeah, I've seen snow games, rain
Right.
games, hail and lightning are the only two things I've seen. It's a soccer game get stopped. Hail and lightning. I believe that was it.
Hail, lightning, and riots. That's it. That's the only the only time.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Speaking of soccer, did you guys see this Chula Vista $2.5 billion stadium thing?
They got a rendering for you yet?
No, just pictures of the land.
Oh, hey, listen, I got
Brother,
some
you
news
throw
for
me
you.
a rendering. You throw me a
I know
rendering.
you love a rendering.
I love a rendering.
How many total do you have? I have a publisher for the rendering book.
Talk to me.
I totally forgot to tell you about this until you literally just said it right now. I thought I written it down on my notepad, but I did. I have a publisher for you, man. Whenever you're done, you're ready to wrap it up. However you want to do it, you
Yeah.
let me know. I will personally see to it that you get one edition of this published as a coffee table.
Yeah.
However you want it.
I need an artist. I need a graphics artist because I don't want to just put picture description. I want I want it to look nice, and I also need a ghostwriter because I don't want to write any of it.
Listen,
I'm very lazy.
Whenever you're ready,
I can do the writing for you.
Whenever you're ready, there you go. See, we already.
I got a lot of
half this out.
copywriting.
I can't wait to start off with the opening page will be the stadium on an island that was pitched. It was just over in downtown where the Hilton is now.
Yeah.
They just threw a bunch of dirt in the ocean. They're like, let's build a stadium here.
We're doing.
And I think that was out in the only picture I could find was a black and white drawing from I think it was the 60s or something like that. I have a folder somewhere. I've tweeted a bunch, but yeah, that rendering book probably do. I mean that the Padres turned their Polaroids into a coffee book, and that thing sold out immediately. In San Diego, everybody loves a good rendering, man. But if you keep throwing renderings at me, this book is never going to end.
Like I said, I'm ready when you
Coffee.
are.
An investor group that
Coffee
is said
table
to have
book.
long-eyed ownership of Major League Soccer is pursuing a long-shot venture to build the nation's largest soccer-specific stadium with 50,000 seats and 2 attached hotels on a 136-acre portion of the Chula Vista Bayfront, formerly occupied by a power plant. I can't read today. The proposal is for a $2.5 billion development by Petra Development Group. But here's the problem. There's already an MLS group talking to MLS that Don Garber, the commissioner of MLS, loves. And sources tell me, I just said that, Browner.
You did. I'm pausing because I'm like, okay.
Sources tell me trademarks have been filed to the city for certain names for an MLS team. This is what Mark Ziegler said, who is the soccer reporter here in town. An investment group is pitching $2.5 billion MLS stadium and sports complex at Chula Vista Bayfront. One problem. His sources tell him MLS has never engaged with this group and is only considering the Siquan Mansour group that emerged last fall.
Can I ask you something else,
Yeah.
or at least pose this to you? Because I'm not, you just enlightened me a few minutes ago about the World Cup and stadium specs. If you were going to spend this much money, if this was all going to happen here in San Diego and build the stadium, and you were going to get this team, and you were going to spend that type of money, wouldn't you attempt to make those specs at least somewhat available and attractive to future World Cups? I mean,
That's kind of why people are scratching their head. Like, wait,
right? Okay.
Because even when they pitched the World Cup and LA pitched themselves as part of the people that wanted one, they literally put the corner flag in the bleachers because they'd be like, oh, we'll have to expand it to go this way. It's like, so you spent $7 billion and you can't even host anything but football in there and basketball?
Yeah. Concerts.
And concerts. And by the way, if you sit at the top, I've been told nothing but terrible things about acoustics at SoFi for concerts.
Probably, I would imagine.
So this segment was brought to you by Penske San Diego. Go to PenskeSanDiego.com to check out their entire inventory of automobiles at all the dealerships they have. PenskeSanDiego.com. It tells you exactly what automobiles, cars, vehicles they have on lot right now. Penske San Diego. PenskeSanDiego.com. When we come back, we'll be joined by Dr. Maxey for a second. We'll get into it. The Russell Westbrook revenge game, Browner. I watched it.
Hey-o.
Watched it.
Me too.
And the NBA totally screwed the Lakers. I'll tell you exactly how when we come back
God.
next.
You're watching Kaplan and Crew Tonight, powered by the mightier 1090 AM, ESPN Radio, and YurView, featuring the best sports talk in SoCal.
Locally owned and operated, not some bland, uninspired, corporate, cookie-cutter radio station crap. We simply say to those stations, Q. The mightier 1090 ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.
Murray Lampert now brings architectural and interior design to a whole new level for your remodel, ADU, or whole house build.
We're truly a team at Murray Lampert Design, Build, Remodel, and we don't take that lightly.
Visit murraylampert.com.
This is a huge wall. I'm sure it presented some challenges.
You're right, Sarah. And what it was in the model we noticed there was too much wood. This was supposed to be clad. And with the beautiful stairs and railings, we realized that we need to come up with a different finish. So we used these reglets that are metal with the drywall, and it gave it this grid look that also matches up with the beams.
Wow, that came out beautiful. If you want to see how they conquered more design challenges, check out Our Family, Your Home.
Since 1971, the LGBTQ Center OC has been a pillar of the Orange County community, proudly empowering and advocating for the queer individuals and families who need our support. We've sustained a safe space for the community for more than 50 years and continue to grow the wealth of resources that the people of Orange County rely on. It's true that it gets better. Until it does, the LGBTQ Center OC is here, and we've got you.
When you're adding companion units or ADUs to bring more value to your home, our experience plus our strong relationship with the city makes adding on easier for our homeowners.
At Murray Lampert, we listen to you first, then design and build. Visit murraylampert.com.
If you're going to count yourself as a fan of this radio station, you'll need to continuously ask yourself one basic question. Am I listening enough? Pro tip, wives are not a good source for input on this. This is the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio.
When you're adding companion units or ADUs to bring more value to your home, our experience plus our strong relationship with the city makes adding on easier for our homeowners.
At Murray Lampert, we listen to you first, then design and build. Visit murraylampert.com.
For many consumers, sleeping at night should be an easy experience. For many, it's not. There are a number of reasons for that, most notably those that suffer from acid reflux or heartburn. There are also many individuals dealing with various pains or ailments. MedCline is a sleep solution company with our goal to allow people to have a healthy and peaceful night's sleep. And we do that with our therapeutic side sleeping systems. Our patented, clinically studied MedCline relief systems are designed to place an adult in an elevated side sleeping position, which can help them reduce the symptoms or issues they're dealing with. MedCline systems are registered with the FDA, and as a medical product, MedCline systems are qualified for use with FSA and HSA funds. For anyone looking for more information, you can visit medcline.com/sleepbetter.
Welcome to the Super Dentists, where kids are the center of our universe. Serving San Diego for over 25 years, the Super Dentists offer the newest dental technologies to provide safe and comfortable treatments for the entire family. We've reimagined the entire dental experience by creating a fun and engaging atmosphere featuring our heroic dentists and award-winning super crew. Book your appointment now. Extended hours and Saturday appointments available. Call or text 855-GO-SUPER or visit thesuperdentist.com.
Thank you for joining us. Catch Scott Kaplan and Crew tonight from 7 to 8 p.m. Pacific every Monday through Friday. The very best from today's Scott Kaplan and Crew show on the mightier 1090 AM ESPN Radio, SoCal Sports Talk.